Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to start a new series. I'm really changing up the location because I feel like I'm just bored of sitting in one couch. Like, I have an apartment, like why am I always sitting in one area? I just feel like we should, hop on all around to the bathtub. Coco is biting my foot. Go to the bathtub, the table, the couch, maybe soon we'll go to the bed. But I want to start a new series on my channel, which is just going to be like an advice series. You can email me at dailypaulina@gmail if you want to be featured in the next one. But basically it's more like of not just a question but like a story. You'll tell me like a backstory and I'll give you my advice. I'm not a psychologist, licensed anything, but I do feel like I give very good advice. So I will say that by no means gonna take my advice. And I figured we'd do it for my kitchen counter. Just it adds a little flair. I feel like yes, So I'm sitting on my sink is right here, so I'm sitting on the ledge this wide currently, so that's fun. But I'm just gonna go pick some emails. I'll try to get through. It's honestly probably I'm only probably going to get through 1 or 2 emails, to be completely honest. Just oh my gosh, because of how long they're, and I want to give thorough explanations. But I will try to do these once a week or something, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to say your guys' names because I'm just going to assume you don't want your names read. I don't know, because I know all people don't. So here we go. Hi Paulina, I love you and your videos. I love you too, girl. I'm just going to jump in. So my situation is that I like this boy and he doesn't like me anymore. He's kind of a fuckboy. He's in a fuckboy phase, and I care for him now, and I want him to grow out of that. He's only like that because he wants attention. We were together, he couldn't get attention from me because my parents did not like him, so we could not see each other that much. But should I just move on or wait on him to see if he was still there? Thanks, Paulina. Also, could you leave this anonymous? See, guys, I feel like I knew it was going to be anonymous. This is, whenever I get emails about guys like this, I just want to be like, oh my gosh, I'm really scared I'm going to fall. Just a little scared, but it's fine. I guess we'll just start off by saying, no, you're not going to wait for this boy. I feel like you should live your life in this kind of mentality. There's an article, I'll link it down below. It's called The Law of Fuck Yes or Fuck No by Mark Manson, I believe that's his name. And it talks about how whenever you're going to hang out with someone or partake in something or etc., on both sides you should ask yourself, do I want to do this? And you should be so excited. It should be a fuck yes. And the same thing from that person. So if I want to hang out with Coco, and I know, if I ask myself, do I want to hang out with Coco? I'm like, fuck yes. But then I have to think about, does she want to hang out with me equally? And if she's not putting in the same effort as me, I'm not going to live my life in mediocrity. I'm not going to waste my valuable ass time hanging out with people who aren't so excited to hang out with me. I just think that's how you should live life. I feel like people literally will chase after people who don't even appreciate or value them, and I'm like, you have to start with the self-respect. You need to take a step back and realize who you are. Why are you just throwing your time, your energy just at this boy who is in a fuckboy phase? Girl, date older. I don't know, I just think it's so, no, I don't even know where to start with this. One, I just think you need to look back, take a step back and look at yourself and see how amazing and incredible you are and valuable you are. And if just because some random boy who is already a fuckboy doesn't see it, can you imagine if all of us girls wasted time on guys who didn't care? Imagine I could just go out into a frat and find 80 of them. Am I going to be sad if they don't like me? No, I just think you need to remember your value, where you are, and you're clearly at a more mature point in life than this boy. So I just think there's no reason for you to sacrifice your worth and wait around for him to go get his phase out and then come back to you oh, he can have his cake and eat it too. He can go do whatever he wants and then come back to you just waiting there hey, oh no, honey, your life, your life should not stop for anyone else. You're not gonna put your life on hold because someone isn't ready for you or doesn't want to be with you yet. No, I have learned this. No, your life is going to continue, and you're not going to wait around for someone because, oh, they're not sure or they need time to think. Or if you don't already know, Coco jumped on the counter, and she knows that she can't jump on the counter. It's a really big rule in our apartment, and I'm on the counter, so she's probably okay, I guess I can go. But your life is not gonna put on hold because someone doesn't like you back, and you're gonna wait around because someone's in a phase, because someone's not sure if they like you. No, girl. My advice is you are literally gonna move along. I don't honestly block him because I don't want you to be 3 months later and he reaches out to you and you be no. You need to realize that is self-respect that you have to have for yourself, that you're just not going to be a little toy for him to play with. I get so passionate about this because I just love girls, and I feel so many girls depreciate themselves oftentimes for boys, and I'm girl, no, yeah, he'll text you, oh, hey babe, I miss you, bye, boy, bye, I'm already on my 12th boyfriend, you know what I mean? So Next question. Sorry to get a little aggressive, but just get really last what I'm gonna do. Hi Polina, my best friend is a guy and he and I are super close. I went to go visit him in his hometown last week with a bunch of our friends. I live in Australia and we are currently having our summer break. Anyway, basically he and I ended up crossing the friends only barrier, and now I feel like such a hoe and that our friendship is no longer what it was previously. To make matters worse, he has a girlfriend, and not only am I a hoe, but a cheating hoe at that. I don't know what to do because if I had this problem with someone else, I would turn to him for advice. Please help. P.S. Hope you're well. I really admire you and your philosophy on life, so any advice would be much appreciated. Okay. I think there's like a lot of things I want to say. I think like one, there's no reason to beat yourself down about it now. It happened. We need to just learn and grow from it. I think that everyone has done things in their life that they're not proud of. I don't, you know what I mean? There's been literally, you learn and grow as a person. Like there's been things that I've done that I'm not the most proud of, but you know, I'm not that person anymore and I've grown from that. And so there's no reason for you to be super, you know, like upset and be like, I'm so awful. Yes, it is very amazing. I'm so happy that you're acknowledging that that was not okay to do, because I think that's the most important stuff. There's people out there taking people's boyfriends left and right and thinking that, and they literally think they're a good person. They're out here tweeting positive quotes on Twitter and shit. So at least we can like recognize like that wasn't a good thing to do. And whenever I do something that later I'm like, I don't think that was the right thing to do, I take the responsibility. You know, I tell myself like I'm not proud of that. That was not the right thing to do. That's not really good karma, you know what I mean? Like I'm just really grateful and happy that you like realize that, you know, so you learned your lesson. Like you are not going to be taking other people's vanity forward, because that will go onto your karma and you don't want, you know what I mean? I mean, I 100% believe in karma. I think that what you put out comes right back to you like that. So I'm really glad that I think you maybe need to do like a meditation, just sit down and really truly forgive yourself, like really truly forgive yourself. There's sometimes where you're like, okay, yeah, I forgive myself, and you kind of just shove it in the back of your mind, but I think you just need to take like the time to be like, yes, I did this, but you have to remember like you did the best you could in that moment. Like in that moment, that was the best you could do at that moment, you know, like you truly felt like that was right and whatever, and it happened, you know, so now you're moving on. I think that it's important to have a talk with him if you are already so close. I'm hoping he'll be open-minded and can have this conversation with you and just say like, hey, like, well, X, Y, and Z, like that happened, and I'm just so sorry. I think we both might have been on a different page. I really am not I'm not ever someone who is going after to ruin relationships. I really value you as a friend. I love your girlfriend if you like her, and I really want your relationship to be healthy and happy, and I'm just hoping that we can kind of let that go and move on and move forward from there. And I really don't know you or him personally, so it's really hard for me to kind of foresee what the situation, how it will play out. I think it can go a matter of two ways. I think that if you guys have been friends for a very long time, you can just kind of move past that. Like there's, you know, it's hard and it does change a friendship. Like when you lose, like when things like that happen, it's like you can go back to being friends, but yeah, you just have to acknowledge like it will be a little different. You were friends and now you've already kissed. Like, dude, at least you only kissed, right? So it's not like you know, oh, freaky. Let's see, please tell me. Yeah, Coco? Well, you didn't say what you did. You just said you crossed the friends only barrier. I personally think, and this can sound very harsh, but I think that if you go there with someone, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I think that I just don't think it's really possible to be friends, especially if you have feelings for him like that. Like, I just think that's not very healthy for him to be dating this girlfriend and you guys to be best friends, but you've hooked up with him and you probably still like him. Like, I just think that's so unfair to his girlfriend, and just to put yourself in this spot. Imagine you were dating a guy and he was hanging out with his girl best friend all the time, but she was in love with him and they hooked up once, and even though you didn't know, you could feel that tension. Like, you'd never want, I always put myself in someone else's shoes. Like, I don't know, I never ever want to feel disrespected personally, so that's why I try not to disrespect others. So I think it's hard for me to give advice because I don't know to the full extent of what happened. If you just kiss or something one like drunk night or something, like, I'm sure it can be worked past, but if you genuinely like had this intense hookup and like thing of emotions, I think obviously talk to him, see if it's something you can move past. But if you really, yeah, I think if you personally know that deep down you can look past it, then I would tell him like I think I can 100% move on from this, and ask if he can. But if one person has feelings, I think that can get really messy, and I don't think that's fair to both of you guys to kind of be in this like almost like love triangle, and it's not fair to the girl. I hope that was, if you want to email me like later with more advice, I can definitely respond to your email and give you like more personalized advice. Like I said, I don't know to the extent of what happened, but that's just kind of what I can say. Like, you need to forgive yourself, have a conversation with him, and like see from there. You know, I don't know what page he's on. I don't know what page you're on. I don't know if he's like now in love with you, wants to break up with his girlfriend. I don't know like if he's like not talking to you now. Like, you know what I mean? It's hard for me to tell. But I hope that was helpful. I'm sorry the end of this video was long, but I'm going to try to do, like I said, 1 to 3 questions each video, depending on how in-depth I decide to go. But I love you guys so much. I really hope you guys like this new series. If you like me, I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe. Also, if you did enjoy this video, if you could really quickly click the thumbs up button. It's super quick and it really helps me out, and it would just mean like the whole world to me. And yeah, I love you guys so much. I really hope this advice is helpful. I'm sorry if I'm ever come off harsh, but I'm giving you advice as if you were literally my best friend sitting right here on my couch and telling me this. I just would give you the same advice, you know, and I appreciate when people give me blunt advice, even like when it's a slap in the face, like. So yeah, I love you guys so much. Again, I hope you guys have an incredible day or night depending on when you're watching this. I will link the vlogs and videos I talked about down below and any links I talked about, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.